Hi friends, it's Deb. I am doing my, I still don't really know what I'm calling this yet, but everything that I have used on my face so far in March. Today is the 25th. I am filming this a little bit early just because we have a potential weather thing happening tomorrow, and I just want to be prepared in case we lose power or whatnot. I am going to start probably the same order that I did in February with my eye bases and primers, just my MAC Painterly Paint Pot and my NYX glitter glue, my two holy grails that I seem to reach for a lot. I still don't really know where to categorize these yet. I think I have them with toppers, but the jumbo, both of the white pencils, one is in milk and one is in cottage cheese. Milk is a matte white and cottage cheese is more of like a shimmery white. I used my Stila Glitter and Glow in Diamond Dust. This is so freaking pretty. I like just putting some in the back of my hand, picking it up with my finger, and then tapping it over my look. So pretty. I love it. Almost every eye look I reached into the Beffelin, just my matte white eyeshadow for inner corner. And one day I used my Cleona Fruit Lighter in Tangy as a topper. This is really pretty. Oh my gosh, these are so freaking hard to open. Do a little swatchy here. Can you see that green with the shifties in it? Oh, delicious. I used 17 eyeliners this time. I have them all swatched out. They start here and they go this way. That's kind of a crap way to do it, but here we are. So starting with the white, this is from About Face. This is High Altitude. The purple next to that is Urban Decay's Psychedelic Sister. This pink, it's actually a lavender. It's Urban Decay's Shock. There's nothing shocking about it except for how freaking boring it is. This color here is Urban Decay's Empire. It's kind of like if navy and purple had a baby. So like a really deep, deep, deep blurple. Next is Urban Decay's Alkaline, followed by Urban Decay's Love Drug, Urban Decay's Rockstar, and the light pink that is barely visible is Urban Decay's Heartless. It's like a really light baby shimmery pink. It's beautiful. Going to my green rose, this is Urban Decay's Loaded. Where's this at? Right here. Next to that is Urban Decay's Mildew, Urban Decay's Stash, and then About Face's Electric Slide, which is one of my favorites. It's just this nasty, dirty, slimy green, and it is delicious. I love it. And then my last row, almost, well, kind of, is ColourPop's Red Rock, Urban Decay's Demolition, Urban Decay Desperation, this way, Urban Decay Whiskey, and then at the last minute I added LA Girls Fresh into my waterline today. I'm sorry that was chaotic and crazy, but shit. Listen, I'm not like this swatcher person, but this goodness, I used all of these this month. Oh, I love eyeliner so much. Okay, we did. Let's do lashes. I only use House of Lashes, the clear glue. It goes on, it turns kind of an iridescent, funky color when it's ready to pop on. Dries clear. Freaking love it. The lashes that I spoke about last month were the Pure Divas. I wore them a few more times and I finally have to say goodbye. So these are going in the empty bin. I got a couple of uses out of the Glamlite Fresh Prince lashes, and I just went to show them to you, and they're stuck to my mirror. It's one of my really bad habits that I have, not putting my lashes away. And then today I have on Ardell Demi Wispies, and I freaking love these so much. Brows this month, really that's all I used. Wow, so simple. The ABH brow powder, I have mine in Granite. I use the dark shade usually. And then I was pairing that with this Wing Me brow gel. This came in an Ipsy, I'm pretty sure it was an Ipsy. But just from using it for a little over a month and a half, it's already to the point where it's just gloopy and gross. And when I go to swipe it through my brows, it just leaves chunks. So this is going in the empties bin. And then today I actually used a new product that came in, I think it came in my BoxyCharm. It's Shades by Shan. On one end is a little brow gel with the tiniest little brush you've ever seen. It's clear. And then on the other side is one of those thicker type of pencils in soft black, I think. Anyway, it was nice, but I didn't realize how impactful. I thought I would really have to goop up the gel because this is such a tiny brush, and it was the opposite. That small brush really got in there and I overdid it, and if we have a tornado tomorrow, my lashes or my brows are still going to be in place. They're not going anywhere. And the only mascara that I have used, I finished a Tarte Lights Camera Lashes and I opened this one. And an honorable mention, because I don't know where to place this in my whole like life situation, is the Odensai Solmana highlight palette. I'm still using this a lot as a topper. Not as a highlight palette, but this shade right here, this baby right here, has just like the coolest like blue reflect in it. In any of the cool tone looks that I do, can you see that right there? Maybe not. It just has it's perfect just to like tap on. Oh, love it, delicious. Okay, let me gather up. I think we're on to base products. I think we're on to base. Yeah, okay, let me get those. I'll be right back. I am pretty sure this is the same as last month, but I've only used 2 primers. The first is the Dominique Blur and Moisture Serum Primer. This I actually put in my empties bin. There are probably 1 or 2 uses left, but I'm finding that it's not working with the foundations that I have been trying, and all it's doing is causing me frustration, and I feel like that's an empty. What I have been wearing that has been working for every single look I've been doing is the Vitamin Enriched Face Base from Bobbi Brown. This is 10 out of 10. I have this size. I have a little tiny pot. I have a pot that's even smaller than that. I have a big jar. I have a medium jar. I have this tube. Like, this is just great. They give samples of this quite a lot, I feel like, at Ulta. That's where these sizes come from. Try them. Don't pass them on. Like, try them as a, don't use them as a moisturizer. Try it as a primer. Do your SPF, like I do my SPF moisturizer, and then I wait maybe like 30 minutes and then put this on, and they work beautifully together. Okay, anyway, rant over. I love it. Okay, 2 color correctors. Of course, my Ulta Under Eye Corrector. This time I also tried the e.l.f. Putty Color Correcting Eye Primer, and does this have a color? I don't know. It's like the light pinky-ish one. It didn't, I don't feel like it did anything, honestly. I'll show you swatches of the 2. I have to tell you that the Tarte color corrector that has been like viral and sold out forever. I got the email yesterday that it was back in sight on Tarte's website, so I was able to finally freaking order it. I'm so excited to try it. Okay, this is the Ulta one, and this is e.l.f. This one here just sits better on my under eyes. They both apply nicely, they both tap out nicely, but the Ulta one just seems to last longer. The e.l.f. one is a little bit too emollient and just kind of like melts away because I do a lot of sweating under here. I wish I could get Botox under my eyes to stop that, but it's a problem. I used 3 concealers. The concealer that I use every day, my Ride or Die concealer is the Tarte Shape Tape in 8B. I love this. Here, I'll swatch these also. This is light enough for me. It blends out, it stays put. It does everything that I need it to do. The one size in Fair 3 does not work on my under eyes because it's a little bit too dark, but I really, can you see it right there? It is almost the perfect skin tone shade. And I use this a lot. I could have used it today actually for cleaning up around my lip line when I do like the lip stains or a lip liner and things get a little crazy. That is perfect for that. I don't know why I try concealers because I know that I hate everything I try. But I wanted to go back and try the Maybelline Fit Me because I had not tried it in years and years. This came in the mail, I don't know, a couple days ago. I used it today. It blended out so nicely and the color is so brightening and it was just so like creamy and it just blended out so nice. But this creased so bad, like honestly, just it's so ugly. Like, I don't know. I will have to try to work with this one a little bit. On its own, it's a no-go, but I might try to blend it with my Tarte, with the Shape Tape, and see if it sets down better. But on its own, so far I don't like that one. I only used 3 foundations this time. Mostly, if I'm at home or filming, I use the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage. I cannot get enough of this. This is freaking lovely. And I have the shade 002 Porcelain Beige. It is a little bit dark for me. Oh, sugars. Crap. Did not mean to do that. But it blends out, it wears nice, and it looks nice on camera. My Ride or Die, you know, was the Bobbi Brown Forever. I am scraping this one. Oh, I'll be lucky if I have one more use out of this one, actually. But I'll swatch it here next to that so you can see the difference. This is an N012, the most perfect shade match I've ever had. It's right here on my thumb. You probably won't even see it because it's just a spot-on match, but they discontinued that formula. What I'm wearing today, Angelica Nyqvist has spoken about this several times. She has combination skin, and she typically does not like glowy products. And she has talked about the Maybelline Lumi Matte Foundation. You can wear it up to 30 hours, like, I mean, I guess, right? The Maybelline Superstay Lumi Matte. And she said it goes on, it dries down nicely, and she says she has not had any problems with it on her combo skin. Great, I'm intrigued. Putting it on today, there it is right there. I feel like it was a like the scotiest of Scotias too light. Because it's a Lumi matte, it did build a little bit more than just a standard matte would have. But I did notice that when I was trying to layer it up here, it started to, sorry I'm not flipping you off, but it started to pick up. I have my mirror over here. It started to pick up right through here a little bit. But I will say, it feels like nothing. Like putting on moisturizer on my face, like my prep for makeup, felt more on my skin than this. Like this felt like nothing, and I was like, what? Like, is this going on? So far, it's really lovely. Like, I'm not mad at it. I used 5 powders. That seems to, oh, one more complexion product. I did try, again, using the white mixing pigment. I think I was trying to, let me just confirm. Oh, I was trying to use it with the Catrice one day, and I said, made Catrice foundation look patchy, wiped off and started over and used Bobbi Brown with the face base. So, Danny has gone through so many of these with different foundations, and she loves this. This is my second bottle. I bought one, decluttered it, bought an AOA one, tried it, decluttered it, bought this one. So actually it's like my third white mixing pigment. There's something about this, and I think it has to do with how fair my skin is, because when I lighten a foundation that is already relatively light, it seems like whatever the pigment is in this clings to everything on my face, like every hair, every dry patch, everything. It just clings, and it's not cute. It's not cute at all. So I'm getting rid of it. I've got to stop thinking that my journey is to be like a mixologist. I'm not a foundation mixer. I just need to be able to like smash it on my face and be done. Okay. 5 powders. In the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale, I finally bought the Derma Blend setting powder, an original. It's freaking lovely. I'm so glad I bought it. Maybe also in the same sale, I know this was also half off, the Morphe Bacon Set in Translucent. Also very lovely. I got another use out of this is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. The little Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. It's in one fair, and God, it even has a mirror. Like, it just doesn't even seem like this should be real. Like, this should go in like a dollhouse or something. It's just so freaking cute. But this powder is lovely. Oh my gosh. I would be tempted to purchase one, but that doesn't ever really go on sale, and I'm not spending full coin on these brands anymore. The Rimmel Stay Matte, still freaking loving this a lot. And then also in my Leave the Hive, I am still working on the flower powder from Beauty Bakery, and this is lovely. But something happened, and a lot of mine ended up in the top, and so every time I try to use it, today we had like a little explosion, so I ended up having to wipe down my whole desk when I was done. But listen, beauty is pain. Okay. I used 3 setting sprays. I got uses out of all 3 of the ones in my project. The Maven Rosewater Setting Spray. This smells so lovely, and yeah. I've gone through several of those, but then I just kind of got out of the habit of using setting sprays, so the MAC Fix Plus Stay Over and the Fix Plus. I used both of these today. I used this to set all my powders, and then I went over it with my sponge, and then I sprayed this, and I feel like I just kind of like set everything nicely. Okay, let me grab complexion products. Is that where we're at? I think we are. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Not there. Wow. You need to go wash your hands after that. And your brain. Hold on. For blushes, I only have 7 here. I did have a blush palette from Ofra. It was called the Ofra Midi Blossom Blush Palette. It had 3 or 4 different shades in it. I swatched them, realized I wasn't going to use it, and so I think Wendy took that actually. All I know is I can't find it. I used 4 cream blushes. The first one day I was trying to find that really bright pink, you know, the Dior pink that everyone was going bonkers for last year, the year before. And I realized I don't really have that in my collection. So I need to buy one. And then there's people like my friend Jen who has like 28 of them. I'm like, wait, what? Like, but so the first cream blush I used was the YC Collection in Fresca. This is one of my absolute favorite cream blush formulas. These came in BoxyCharm years ago. It still smells okay, and until they start growing mold, I will not get rid of them. But that is this pink right here. So freaking beautiful. I love it. These two right here are LYS blushes. The bottom one is Grateful, and this kind of patchy dark berry is Empower. Empower feels dried out, the texture's off, it's patchy, and when I tried to wear it, I looked like I had a really intense weird burn. So that one's being decluttered. And then this color here is completely unique to my collection. It is Rosy Brown from Quo. Project Beauty gave this to me when we were in Vegas. It was my first time like having any products from Quo, and I like this one a lot. I used only 3 powder blushes. I'm still stuck on KVD's Honeysuckle. I cannot freaking get enough of this. It looks beautiful with any look. Warm, cool, neutral, like it just, I love it a lot. When I was trying to find a pink blush to wear with a cream blush, I pulled out Essence Beloved, and I really had to build it up right here for it to work. But it did, it was beautiful. The blush I have on today is actually the closest to that pink, and it's right here. It's from Fenty Beauty, and it's What a Brat. This came in my BoxyCharm this month. I ruined it already. This whole thing is just a mess. But it almost looked like a really intense overlay over the whole thing, like really shimmery, just, it looked like there was just an overspray. So I wiped it really hard trying to get rid of that, but I dented the blush and like took a huge chunk out, and like, I mean, in one use I wore off the logo seriously. So let's see, but that color is so pretty, and like I wasn't very careful when I applied it, and I did have to go over with powder because this side especially looked really patchy and really I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't like a rosacea, it wasn't like a bruise, it wasn't like a burn. It was just almost, it was kind of clownish actually. And so I will keep it. I love the color, and it's, I think, the only shimmery blush that I own. Usually I prefer a matte finish, but it was pretty going on, and like, if I would have known to be more careful with it, or thought to be more careful with it, I probably would have really enjoyed it. Let's do bronzers. I need to show the cream bronzers and then do powders because these are a disgusting mess. I had to squish this one so hard just to get a little bit out. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand. I had to dig this out of my empties bin today. It is right there. Compared to this one, like this one looks really warm, but this is considered a contour shade. It's the lightest one for, it says fair medium. I bought this in Vegas. I was really excited to try it. I'm glad I did, but I don't like these poofs. Once I apply it, I still have to go in with a sponge or a brush or both, and it's like, what is the puff for? Like, I don't enjoy it, but I'm glad I finished it. This came in BoxyCharm maybe in February. The Tarte Sculpt Tape. Is that what that is? Sculpt Tape. In soft bronze. This is a mess. There's so much pressure in this tube that when you barely squeeze it, like so much just like poops out at you. Like, no, I hate it. I hate it so much. And then my favorite is the Revolution Ultra Cream Bronzer in Light. And I'm thinking, yeah, I need to declutter this one, which bums me out. But I noticed the last couple of times I applied this, it was way more orange than it ever was. And I just think that it's getting older and oxidizing. So I'm going to let it go, and that I don't want to, but I need to. These swatches are trash. I even wiped them off, dried my hand, and then did them again, and they still look like crap, so we're just going with it. The first bronzer that I used was from the Catrice Holiday Skin, the Bronze and Glow. This is to prevent me from buying the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood, what is it called? Anyway, the duo, like this. And this one is right here. Of course, my swatches are very aggressive so that you can see them, but it blends out nicely and I really like it. The next one is right here. It did not adhere very well to my skin, but it is from Viseart, and out of all of them here, that's my least favorite. Like, it just blended away to nothing. I have LYS and Motivate, the light shade right here, built up quite a lot. This one has quite a big pan in it, and it's getting old, so yeah, that might have to go soon. And then this one here is super dark and super aggressive, but I wanted you to see the shade difference. This is the Kevyn Aucoin Sculpting Powder in Medium. This is what I use to contour my nose. Okay, let me get highlighters, and then I think we'll do a couple of lippies and then be done. Hold on. I didn't use any cream highlights this month, and I only used 3 powders. The first one is from Persona. It's the Cali Glow Highlighter in Laguna. This is a very nice, just kind of like a whitish shade. It's right here. This formula just blends out nicely. It looks nice. It's a great tone for me. I have it on as my nose contour today. I like it a lot. In the middle is the Natasha Denona All Over Glow. Does this have a shade? 01 Light. I am working on this in my Leave the Hive project. However far I get this year will be it, and then this will need to be decluttered. It's getting older. And then this gorgeous babe right here that just looks wet and juicy and delicious is the Fenty Diamond Balm in How Many Carats. Oh my gosh. I use this sometimes as a nose highlight, but I love just doing this and then tapping it over an eye look. It is so delicious. Like, I wish you could just see all this sparkle in there, and like, I will be covered in glitter when I go to the post office here in a bit, but like, can you see just the, nope, okay, good. You'll have to trust me on it. It just is like a nice wet shiny highlighter, and it's beautiful. Oh, gorge. Okay, let me grab lippies, then we'll be done. I've decided that I am not going to speak about lippies unless I'm showing you stuff that I'm decluttering, and I have quite a few things here today actually. One of them is this liner from Stila. It's a Stay All Day matte lip liner in, what shade are you? Maybe Endless. Endlessly annoying. Not a good color on me. It's very similar to what this looks like on me now. I don't like it. I like things that are a little bit less berry-ish, and this is, I can't, so that's going. And then I have two, I guess, products from Fenty. One is the Gloss Bomb in Fenty Glow, and then a cream in Candy Milk. The Fenty formula is so nice, but I cannot stand the taste. It gags me. That has been my one problem with these from the time I tried my very first one, and I have panned 2 or 3 of these, and it was miserable, and I'm not doing that anymore. So those are going. I have kind of a similar feeling about Buxom products. I hadn't had any in quite a while, and then I got some in a friend mail package, and trying them again, Buxom is not for me. So I have the Full-On Plumping Lip Polish in Dolly, and then the Plump Shot in Dolly Babe. I'm getting rid of both of these. From Huda Beauty, the Liquid Matte Lipstick in First Class. Absolutely not. That color looks terrible on me. And I'm finally doing it. This Natasha Denona, whatever color this is, this red matte. I've put that in projects before to hate pan. I can't do it. I had purchased these for Danny and I for Vegas. They are a brush on block. SPF 32. What is the brand? Brush on block, I guess. Anyway, they are SPF, like a tinted lip balm. And they smell horrible. They smelled horrible when I got them. I'm not doing it. And then this came in my BoxyCharm or FabFitFun. It's from Misho Beauty. It's a lip balm butter. And the formula is really nice on this. And the tip is curved so it fits on your lip nicely. Do you remember Palmer's cocoa butter? The lotion. That's exactly what this smells like. I don't want that on my lips. Like, if I could just think, like, oh, hot cocoa, great. But I can't. All I think of is that lotion, and I don't want that in my mouth. So I'm decluttering that. This I used in a couple of projects, the Luna Magic Hydrating Lip Balm in Mango. I just have a ton of lippies that I want to get through. And this one is, oops, I just made a huge mess. It's very thick and goopy, and I would prefer to not use it. And then from Sweet and Shimmer, I have this little lip oil. They don't even sell this brand at Ulta anymore, and it's unopened, so I'll just donate it. And then Burt's Bees, the Gloss and Glow in Eat, Drink, and Be Cherry. I bought a couple of these trying to find a dupe for Black Honey. I think it still smells okay. This is that color that I cannot do. It looks hideous. I can't do it. So I'm getting rid of that. Is that everything? Yes. Thank you for giving me some of your time. Please like, please comment. I'm responding to my comments, and I'm really proud of myself, and I'm having a great time talking to you guys. I'm like, I have so many friends on here. Oh, I love it. And please subscribe, and love you guys. Mean it. Okay, bye. So stuffy. So our weather right now, we've been pretty consistent, running in about the 50s. We dropped down into the upper 30s at night. But today it's going to be 70. Tomorrow's going to be almost 80. And because it's jumping like 25 degrees and then dropping right back down to the 50s, they're concerned about tornado activity, which is not something that we are super familiar with here. We did have a little baby twister touchdown two years ago. Not too far from me, like in my city, but when I say not too far from me, I mean like a couple miles. But like my area, we live in like a fire zone, like a high fire area. We get snow, so we have the potential for blizzards, not really avalanches unless you're traveling across the passes. But I lived here when Mount St. Helens erupted in 80 or 81, and then I lived on the west side of the state when it started to burp a bit again in like 2003, 2004, but it never fully erupted then. Earthquakes. Oh, I lived by Seattle when Japan had that huge earthquake, and so then we were under tsunami warning. So, like, we have our weather things. But we aren't tornado people. I was talking to some friends earlier today, and I'm like, I don't know how to be calm about this. So I'm trying to get my stuff done today, just in case something comes through. Like, I'm hoping not, obviously, but weather is one of those super unpredictable things, and that's what scares me about it, is that it's unpredictable. Okay.